This is the future.
We all know how meta Revenant is right now, and is considered to be one of the best, if not the best unkillable tank in the game. He is even dubbed as the best Hutchin hunter in Warframe right now, and that is because of his Mesmer Skin ability. It became a superb skill when Digital Extremes decided to update it before Revenant Prime was released. Now, it grants 1 second of invulnerability after a charge is consumed. The addition of Overguard affected the efficiency of Mesmer Skin, as rapid-fire overguarded enemies would melt through their Mesmer Skins and remain unaffected by the incoming sleep effect. To bring this ability closer to its original intention, Mesmer Skin now grants 1 second of invulnerability after a charge is consumed. This gives players time to react to these powerful units before taking their full damage. Before this, we were using Rolling Guard to get a decent amount of time to recast Mesmer Skin and make Revenant immortal, but now, shield gating takes care of that problem, along with the 1 second invulnerability of Mesmer Skin. And because of this, Revenant is unkillable, and can be taken into hard missions. Not just into killing trash mobs, but also into hard boss fights like Steel Pathropololist, and the new Archon hunts right now. We might have seen the final form of Revenant, as a solo-oriented boss slayer, but Digital Extremes managed to surprise us with yet another improved role for Revenant in the upcoming update, which is Citrine'S Last Wish. It seems like Digital Extremes are not done buffing the Warframe's core ability, which is Mesmer Skin, and instead of just making it a solo-oriented ability, the developer decided to give away invulnerability stacks to all players who play along with Revenant. In their latest dev stream, the team announced that they'll be giving Revenant a new augment called Mesmer Shield. What this new augment does is Revenant receives Mesmer Skin strength and nearby allies are granted Mesmer Skin stacks, even with 400% power strength, which is achievable with power strength mods and the help of some arcanes right now. We only get 24 charges of Mesmer Skin, which is quite low for solo players. Well, I'm not complaining, as I have said before, we can just recast the ability safely, but more stacks means less energy consumed for us, and we can cast other abilities of Revenant while having negative energy efficiency with Blind Rage. I'm kind of curious if the Mesmer Skin strength from the augment is involved with the charges of Mesmer Skin, which means that we might have additional charges if we decided to use this augment. The best part is, Revenant after Citrine'S Last Wish update can share the Immortal status, as he can give away free stack of Mesmer Skin to his allies. Saying that immortality though is the only thing that Mesmer Skin can grant other players with the new upcoming augment is an understatement, as there are more to it, and if Digital Extremes will not hinder some features to be working with Mesmer Skin applied to allies, then I can say that Revenant will be one of the best support Warframe in the game. Aside from immortality, do take note that one Mesmer Skin charge will also make you immune to any status effects such as knockdowns. If your allies can get Mesmer Skin charges, then they can just go bananas with nuke weapons as long as they have charges. However, I'm still hesitant if this will be possible in the game, since I'm assuming that Mesmer Skin will have a range stat with the augment, which will task you to cast in an X amount of distance so that your allies can receive the Mesmer Skin charges. I just hope that Digital Extremes will decide to make it affinity range, which is 50 meters to receive the buff. This way, you won't need to group up whenever Mesmer Skin charges depletes. Now you got immortality and then status and vulnerability, so what else could make this busted in team plays? There is an interaction between Mesmer Skin and Enthrall that is very interesting, and if Digital Extremes allows this with the Mesmer Shield augment, then it would be a great quality of life change for Revenant. As you all know, Mesmer Skin causes enemies to be stunned when they hit you while you have charges. This effect might be possible also when allies have Mesmer Skin charges, allowing you to crowd control a wide area as much as possible. But crowd control is not the real deal here, but the interaction of Mesmer Skin and Enthrall, wherein if your Enthrall ability is active, enemies that hit you while Mesmer Skin is active will turn into thralls. Enthrall costs no energy to cast on an enemy stunned by Mesmer Skin also, and this means that we might finally see a reliable usage of the Thrallpacked Revenant in team plays. If you can recall, Thrallpacked is his first abilities augment that gives your primary weapon extra damage, and the more thralls, the better the damage buff. However, this is not fun with a team, since we often see players murdering enemies fast, but if somehow Digital Extremes allows the interaction between Thrallpacked and Mesmer Shield, then we could possibly get thralls from enemies that hits your allies while their Mesmer Skin is active. This would make Thrallpacked a reliable damage buffer for Revenant, and I could see the combination of Thrallpacked and Mesmer Shield in most meta Revenant builds after that. Now, we don't know yet the scope of the ability, and I am just theory crafting here, as the only thing we know right now is that the augment will somehow give increased charges, and gives immortality and status immunity to allies. But there are certain instances that an augment works more from what is written on its description. Another thing that I am curious of if this augment can give Mesmer Skin charges to our companions, and even to an Necromesh or what I often called as corn bots. If somehow Digital Extremes allows Revenant to give charges to Void Rig, then my god, this corn bot might possibly be useful and reliable in the new Orokin Moon survival nodes, because admit it or not, no one is playing a corn bot in this new survival missions because they die fast before they can do even good damage. This will also prove beneficial to Smeeta Kavat users who will be farming Steel Essence. With Revenant's Mesmer Skin, you can rest assured your cat will stay alive and all you need to worry is killing enemies. To be honest, I'm hype with this new augment for Revenant, as it can potentially change how we play this Warframe after the next first update this year, but right now, I'm just crossing my fingers that Digital Extremes won't fuck up this excitement. What do you think? Will DE disappoint? Or will they finally make Revenant a super team player with this augment? Let me know in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.